I now give the floor to the representative of Algeria.
Thank you, Mr. President. At the outset, I wish to thank Deputy Special Coordinator Al-Akbarov for his thoughtful and informative briefing. 2 years after enduring relentless bombardment, carnage, starvation, and the threat of ethnic cleansing and genocide, the Palestinian people in Gaza are beginning at last, to glimpse a moment of relief. It is a fragile moment, yet it carries within it a seed of hope. Hope for a life lived in dignity. Hope for a future built on justice. Hope for the realization of their legitimate right to statehood. In this regard, we welcome the tireless effort of the mediators, the United States, Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey, whose dedication helped bring about the ceasefire, release of the hostages, and exchange of Palestinian prisoners. We express our support for their continuing effort to preserve ceasefire and to ensure that humanitarian assistance reach every corner of Gaza without delay, without obstruction. We call on all parties to honor their commitments to maintain the ceasefire and to guarantee unhindered humanitarian access with the participation of credible humanitarian actors, including UNRWA, that is pivotal for the UN action. In this regard, we recall also the obligation of Israel, occupying power, as reaffirmed in the advisory opinion issued yesterday by the International Court of Justice. Gazans need respite. They need time to heal. They need to rebuild their homes. They need to reopen their schools. They need to restore the rhythm of ordinary life. There, the scale of destruction is beyond imagination. The social and human toll is immense. Hundreds of thousands displaced, families shattered, children without classrooms, and unemployment at unprecedented levels. The reconstruction of Gaza must therefore become a collective mission. It requires the full mobilization of the international community, guided by solidarity, compassion, and vision of justice. Algeria will take its share in this endeavor, but rebuilding Gaza must not end with bricks and concrete. It must open a political horizon, a path leading toward a just and lasting peace, embodied in the establishment of an independent, sovereign state of Palestine. Palestinian cannot continue to be overlooked or simply ignored. Mr. President, while attention is rightfully focused on Gaza, we cannot overlook the alarming development in the West Bank. Yesterday's vote in the Israeli Knesset to advance bill aimed at annexing the West Bank exposes once again the colonial nature of the occupation. It represents a blatant attempt to legitimize settlements in flagrant violation of international law and also of relevant Security Council resolution. We strongly condemn these actions and call upon the international community, and in particularly this Council, to uphold its responsibility to safeguard the prospect for a just and viable two-state solution. Continuing settlement expansion, settler violence, and annexation measures are gravely endangering peace efforts and undermining the very basis of a future Palestinian state. These acts stand in defiance of international law and against the resolve of the global community, which are clearly reaffirmed its support for Palestinian statehood through an ever-growing wave of recognition. Mr. President, what is now required is the launch of a serious, credible, and time-bound peace process, one that leads without ambiguity, without delay, to a realization of the state of Palestine, returning to the statu quo before October 7 is not acceptable. Returning to the blockade is not acceptable. Returning to the denial of Palestinian rights is not acceptable. Impunity and disregard for international law are not acceptable. Justice, freedom, peace, and dignity for the Palestinian people are not only necessary, they are inevitable. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Algeria for his statement.